I have a maleficent duck too.
All right, everyone mute yourself for a minute, except Philo.
I have a maleficent duck too.
All right, everyone mute yourself for a minute, except Philo. All right, my friends. Okay, I'm going to try to share something. Hey, everyone, if you are tuning in, welcome to Sharing the Magic. We are live streaming on YouTube, and we're going to fumble our way through this. We are going to fumble our way through it. I have an intro. I don't know if I'll play it, but we have another visitor before we even start. And I'm going to, hi, Lisa.
Hey.
Oh, we got a bunch of people come. So Lisa reached out earlier and said, hey, we're at the parks, but we might drop in for a minute. So this is a great time to drop in for.
Yay. Hi.
So are you gonna stick around for the 3 hours that we're podcasting?
No,
we're
not staying on 3 hours.
Oh.
We just wanted to say hi to the awesome guests.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, good to see you all, and
good to see you.
Say hi, Philo.
Hi.
Hi.
Two other people had to go home. They weren't sick.
Yes.
Two. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it's so good to see you. We're in Italy right now. I don't know if you can see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Epcot, Italy.
We're at Epcot.
Epcot
Yeah,
Center, I
Epcot.
recognize that. Yes.
You might recognize where we are, but yeah.
I've eaten there, and I've gone to the Canadian pavilion and also the Japanese pavilion.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we just wanted to say hi. Sorry we interrupted, but
No, perfect timing.
Couldn't help it. Could not help it.
All right, see you guys.
All right, see you guys.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
That's a good intro. We'll just keep it at that. I'll do this. I'm filling in for Barry. Hey, if all our listeners, if you are listening right now or watching, I'm not Barry. My name's Jeff, and I've been here for a while, and I'm filling in for Barry, and it's great to fill in for Barry. So if you are listening, I'm going to say this real quick. I love our podcast. I've been on the podcast for a while, and if you've never heard of Sharing the Magic, there's tons of other places you can go and get awesome content of what's happening at Disney, but we're kind of like a big vault. We're kind of a podcast where we want to preserve stories and to hear the experiences and the opinions of all kinds of people in Disney and behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. It doesn't matter. For the artists, the animators, the voices, the dreamers, and that's what we're about. Absolutely. And we have a lot of heart, I think, at the podcast. It's been wonderful to be here, and well, before we begin, I'll do what Barry does sometimes. We'll introduce our hosts, and now you get to see our hosts' lovely faces instead of just hearing a hodgepodge of voices that you don't know about. So I'm going to go around, and I'm going to introduce. Well, it says first I'm going to go Lisa, but it's not just Lisa. I see a Don back there. How are you guys doing? They're frozen. Angela, how are you?
Hey, Philo, I'm Angela. I'm coming to you from Memphis this week. I travel all the time and love Disney Magic, so I'm super excited to hear your stories animating through the years.
Thank you. I've got a ton of friends in Tennessee, so this will be fun.
We got Dixie, the Stay at Castle mom. Dixie, real quick, what's behind the name? Other than
so you know how people are stay-at-home moms. I'm a stay-at-castle mom because I stay at that castle as much as I possibly can.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm coming at you from Southwest Florida. We're a couple hours away from the parks on any given day, but very excited to chat with you about The Little Mermaid, near and dear to me.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It's a great hat, by the way.
Thank you.
That's what I said earlier. I'm like, that's a great hat.
Yeah.
Amanda, how's your week? How's your life? Tell us just a little bit about you.
Doing well. This is actually my second time on the podcast. So I'm brand new to this.
You're a seasoned veteran.
This is a whole new world. Like, yeah, seasoned veteran. But yeah, I'm doing well. And I was really excited for our guest tonight. Of course, because like everyone else, Little Mermaid is like my favorite ever.
Well, there's a lot more though to dive into. Trust me. With
Yes.
Philo, he's yeah.
Yes, I'm very
All right, we'll give Lisa and Don and whoever one more chance. If you're there, I'm gonna count down. Oh.
Okay. We're back.
Yes.
Just give a wave. Say, all right, we got Lisa. If you've watched the listen to the podcast, Lisa, Don, how are you guys?
Good.
And you get to hang out together. Nobody invites me over.
I mean, you can always come to this coast. I mean,
Okay, fine. I will.
okay, fine.
Okay, all righty.
Okay.
All right, so Philo, when I missed the first interview, and I do this thing. It's awkward, but Philo, you know me. I do a goofy greeting, and I'm like, and I keep missing your birthday because I keep wanting to say happy birthday, and I can't because I always miss it. And so it is a pleasure, my friend Philo, to give you a goofy greeting if you don't mind. So
Well, thank you.
Thinking about it, it's like, how would Goofy introduce Philo? I don't know. Maybe it's something like this. It'd be ladies and gentlemen, we're honored. Welcome, my buddy, one and only Philo Barnhart.
That's a good one.
And my pleasure. Wonderful to have you, Philo.
Thank you. I remember I had a birthday or two in the parks, and they would have you pick up the phone, and Goofy would be on the other end wishing you happy birthday.
And I
Don't know if
saw
they do that anymore.
and what I love about that is like there's a sweet video of Bill Farmer, and it's just him, just like, he's got to be in the middle of a convention or something, and he just has this random phone call, and he's like, oh gosh, it's something about happy birthday. He's like, nice to meet you, and it's just so sweet and kind, kind of like the way that you share your art. Bill shares his voice just for
I
people.
hope they still do that kind of thing at the theme parks. Yeah, I hope so.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Philo, I'm going to start by asking, I know Barry's probably already asked you this the last time we interviewed you, but this is sort of the question we all open up with. It's, how did you fall in love with Disney?
Oh, well, that's an easy answer. I was born to Disney parents.
Because your dad was an animator, wasn't he?
1957. Yeah, they met at Disney in 1944, and he was serving in World War II, but he was honorably discharged because he was prone to sleepwalking, and he almost went over a cliff where he was stationed. So he was pretty angry about it because they sent him back to Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where he, was born and raised. But he brooded about it for a little bit, but he got into his fashion sketches and things that he did. They were really beautiful. I mean, flawless. Like he had looked at real people, but they were all imaginary people. He did beautiful costume sketches. A lot of it was very 40s influenced, with padded shoulders for the ladies and so on. But his friend John Freeman was already animating at Disney by then, and he called my dad and said, gee, I'm really sorry, but you shouldn't sit around and stew. You should get your things together and come on out and meet Walt Disney and see what happens. Wow. So he did take a train, and he came out, and that was in 44, and my mom had started in 1942. She wanted to maybe paint backgrounds, but she ended up doing cell painting, and she was grateful for the work because the war was going on, and you didn't know what was going to happen. So people were grateful for the work wherever they could find it. So my dad just kept seeing this beautiful woman every day in the commissary. He finally got up enough nerve to carry his tray over and sit right across from her. So and the rest is history.
Oh, sweet.
But they were working on things like the packaged films like Saludos Amigos and Make My Music, things like that. And finally Song of the South. And then my mother left to start our family.
Oh.
She was expecting my oldest brother, Rio, at the time. So she did get to finish the film, and she had my brother in 1947. So, and then I was not a planned baby. But surprise! That was in 57, and Dad was still working on Sleeping Beauty. He spent 6 years on that one movie, mostly doing Maleficent, but he also worked on the Three Good Fairies.
Yeah.
There's even a little of his animation in the cake baking sequence, for which he got no screen credit because the union rules are that you have to get at least 150 feet of footage in the film before you can garner a screen credit. So, but he was very proud of what he did, and looking at the film now, I can understand why it's a work of art. You know, you could freeze any one of those frames and put them on the wall. They're so beautiful.
Philo, how did you as a kid, you were in that world, you're kind of immersed in it. How did you find your own love for it? Did it start as a kid, or did you find your identity as an artist later on, or how did that?
Well, from the time I was 2, I just started drawing, and of course my parents encouraged me to do that. I'm the only one that was interested in drawing or painting out of the kids. There were 4 of us, and so they always encouraged me all through the school system. My friends and my teachers, they all encouraged me.
Yeah.
But I knew I was going to do something with art. I just didn't know what it was going to be. I thought maybe it's too lofty an ambition to think about doing animation like my parents. I wasn't sure it was for me. I loved the movies. In those days, you could rent 16 millimeter films. Not actually pay either. You just borrowed them for free from the Disney library, the 16 millimeter prints. You could show them at birthday parties and things.
That's awesome.
And so I got to see a lot of them that way, and of course some of the re-releases. But I never thought much about animation until, oddly enough, it was a non-Disney film. I was about 11 years old too, 68 or 69. Yellow Submarine came out, and I said, "Wow, this is so different. I really like it, and it's animated." I said, maybe I had to rethink this, because here it's
a great one.
Not exactly Disney, but it's an interesting style, and I was crazy about pop art at the time. Child of the '60s, who wasn't? So I had blacklight posters all over my ceiling walls everywhere.
I love it.
Made a miniature theme park out of cardboard and painted it with blacklight. So I'd go up there, and I made a soundtrack on reel-to-reel tape of all my attractions, and I would go up there and just veg out and watch my theme park with the soundtrack.
I love that. We got to return to that, because I feel like that creativity has really influenced a lot of your art, probably to this day.
Yeah.
We're watching. I always want to feel like I have to introduce people again, like, hey, it's Dixie and Amanda, but now you can see us. So
yeah,
we got other people that I'm sure want to ask some questions.
Yeah, well, Yellow Submarine was the start. So
but Yellow's,
that's when I started to think about doing it again. Yeah.
Let's go. We'll put a pin in that. And I didn't want to. Sorry to cut you off, Philo.
Okay.
I was like,
okay.
I
got a million of them. So.
Well, before you got into animation, I heard you had a little acting debut. Did you have an extra in Mary Poppins as a kid?
that what kind of fell in my lap, but it was kind of a consolation prize because I was up for the part of Christopher Robin. My dad got me involved with that. He was tutoring me every night with our reel-to-reel tape recorder, the same one I recorded my soundtrack
awesome.
for the theme park. But Yeah, he was coaching me to do a British accent, and I really had it down, after a while. So we would read passages from the book, the Milne book, and it was the first one. So Disney wasn't sure how it was going to go, but that's one of the first times I met Walt too, because I became runner-up for the part to Bruce Reitherman, who's was is Willie Reitherman's son. So maybe a little nepotism going on there, but kids, yeah.
No, you can
Hush,
share. Hey,
hush,
that
hush.
goes in the vault. Why not?
Hush, hush. So, you know how kids are. I was pretty much devastated. I was crying in my beer, and um, so Walt asked my dad, how's your son? I'm awful sorry he didn't land the part ultimately, but uh, how would you and Philo like to be in uh, extras in Mary Poppins? And my dad said, wow, what did you have in mind? And he said, the sequence you just storyboarded, the Let's Go Fly a Kite. So my dad had storyboarded the whole thing from the phone call between the constable and everything to the song starting. He's got the tattered bowler hat on and everything, and out the door they go, and you know the whole schmear. So there we are in the in the film with our kite by a lamppost, and I just downloaded some stills from it the other day, but I don't know how I could put them up for you to see.
No, I'll do it on your behalf. Now I have to go. Now I have to deep dive and go, oh no, we got
But
to.
I could point out which ones we are. It's actually pretty easy to find us. The first time the family comes out and the camera pans up behind them, they're kind of skipping together down the street. Um, you'll see a lamppost with a little boy with his back to the lamppost. That's me, and my dad's walking towards me. I think he has my kite or something in his hands. He walks up to me, and then you'd think I'd remember this, but I seem to remember him walking the kite back to me like I was waiting for him. And then a couple scenes later, we've moved in with the other rest of the crowd, and we're still visible. At this point, he's on his knees and he's doing something like this with his hands.
I love that.
And hate to tell you, but there were no kites. It was just strings hanging.
Oh no!
CGI,
even back then.
Yes. What do you remember about being on that legendary set with Julie Andrews? Like that's got to be pretty amazing.
Oh, she was so sweet, and I remember they kept catching her feet on the when she would fly over the fence. Her heels kept catching. This was another time I was there visiting, and I probably wasn't even supposed to be in there, but if you were quiet, they would let you stay. Here we go. I'm getting in the coughing.
No, it's all right. Well,
and she was a trooper because they finally got the idea to lift her up just at that moment with the wires. So that's why she did this in the film. She kind of does a little jump over the fence. That's where that all came from. So I don't think I would be willing to be flown around on wires like they were.
No.
But the massive wire flying was for all the nannies getting blown away in the first few scenes. Yeah.
Well, you guys are, we have, believe it or not, this is like actually a good amount of people, but sometimes we have a big amount of hosts and stuff. But so I'm just going to invite you, Dixie and Amanda and Angela, and just to hop, just ask questions.
I love that.
Fill that space. Yeah.
So you didn't get bitten by the acting bug. You went into the animation side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I performed in school productions and things all through school, elementary school, high school. But I didn't think that was ultimately going to be what I was doing. I was interested in drawing.
What are some of the most important lessons that your mom, a cell painter, and your dad, a layout artist, taught you about animation before you really got into the industry?
Oh, well, my dad, primarily, he was the one that gave me a lot of tips. When I would finish a drawing, he would go over it with me and show me how to improve it. And that's when I learned to flip things over on the disc glass, which is backlit. This is how we animate. We shine a light through the bottom, and we can see through all the layers of paper at one time. Sometimes we use top light, and you just train yourself to see the shapes moving around rather than the pencil lines moving around. You actually can see the shapes. So people work both ways, but he would point out, now you see how this shoulder is a little too short on this side? And I said, yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing how many mistakes you can spot by flopping your drawing over and shining the light through. You just fix it on the back and then correct it on the front again.
That's what I was taught. It's like, you put it in a mirror. I went, ugh. It's the same way I see my face when I'm like live streaming, and I'm like, oh, mirror it, because I
can't do the disconnect with the mirror thing at all. It's almost like using, remember the Wacom tablets?
Oh yeah. I used to
remember those. I just couldn't get around the disconnect. I had no problem filling things with color that way, but I could not draw that way.
Was the Wacom tablet you had, was it like
just drawing right on the screen, you know?
Oh, okay. So
right
the Wacom was, I know,
directly.
I couldn't get into that.
And here you are drawing down here and you're watching.
No,
that's a disconnect. No. A lot of people have trouble with that. I was one of them.
Now I have an iPad. It's like, ooh, and I got a pencil and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's much more intimate, you know?
I did try.
Yeah.
That's a hard skill.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. My son's really into drawing right now. And like, do you have any like advice for like young artists, or anybody inspired?
Is he drawing directly or into the computer?
He is doing he's doing a mix. But he's trying to focus mainly on computer. So
because the flipping your drawing is a lot easier on the paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to push a lot of buttons to get there on the digital. But
right.
If you just do it by hand, boom, it's done.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Or you could take your tablet and just go to a mirror. And go, ugh.
They really ought to have a race sometime between an artist doing it on the computer and doing it on paper.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the paper would probably go a lot faster.
It does. We've had a lot of conversations with other animators too, and some of them that have been sort of on the cusp of both. Like they have one foot in, 1 foot out.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's immersive what comes out of it. It's beautiful and immersive.
But you always go back to pencil and page.
I've just always found it faster to fix things, on the fly right away.
That's what I was going to ask. You've worked on so many things like the Black Cauldron and the Rescuers. What do you miss most about those days of those hand-drawn or 2D animation?
Oh, just a good deal of it was working with all those great people. A lot of them were so funny too. We just laughed all the time. It's probably gotten a little more serious since we were there. It's an all new ball game now. But back in those days, we were allowed to be as zany as we needed to be to blow off steam, because it is a very labor intensive process.
Yeah.
All those stories we hear about how much fun y'all had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had fun.
That's the time that all the classics were created. Yeah. So I think we need to swing that pendulum back the other way.
Yeah.
What the hard part is just how labor intensive the animation process is. There's little margin for error, and if there is an error, you go back and you fix it 10 times if you have to.
Yeah, it's very mechanical, right? It's both. That's the part in my art, because I love drawing. I'll tell you more about it later, but it's like I never had that structure. And so my art is bonkers. I want to be a syndicated cartoonist. That was what I always wanted to be as a kid. But I look back at my art as a kid, I'm like, if I only had more rigidity, more structure, I would be so much of a better. Now I have expression. I have a lot of great in my art, but what I don't have is that kind of training. So that always fascinates me now.
Well, we could get you over that hurdle. I just wish there was more studios still doing,
Yeah.
I would love to come in and do training sessions.
Gosh, and you
I
would be
already
the
do that at conventions and things. If they want me to, I'll come in and I'll give a demonstration.
I mean,
Or,
you are a huge foundation of Disney animation. It blows my mind that people aren't throwing money at you to come and teach at their college or their animate. Why?
they're occupied. These days they're occupied with many things, as you
I
know.
know, but it's unfair, and I don't like it, Philo.
It's an unfair world, I'm afraid.
You deserve better, my friend. You deserve better.
Yeah, soon you're going to be teaching like a personal class at Jeff's house, though. So
yes, we'll get it started. We will.
Give me a reason to visit California again.
The new Cal Arts will be like Cal Arts Plus. That's what we'll call it.
I'm all for it. It is a little bit nuts when you think about it. The animation, you're making a film one frame at a time. That is kind of crazy to people, but it can be done.
It can be done. Yeah.
Well, and these days there's so much success with the blended animation style, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, no, I believe in hybrid stuff.
Yeah,
like Klaus. That's one of my favorite movies. That's hand drawn, but it's rendered in a system that they developed for the film. So it's all lighted and stylized and colored by the computer, but the drawings are generated by hand.
That's cool.
Philo, later on, don't let me forget, there's a movie called Adam and Dog. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, sure, I have.
Okay, I will put a pin in it. Okay, then never mind then. Maybe Dixie. Dixie, I know you look like, with your great hat, you look like you got some questions on your mind. I'd love to hear those.
Okay. So this kind of goes back to what we were just talking about, how like it was a lot more rigid and meticulous back then. So like I guess it was like a broad question, but was there ever a character that you came into that was like storyboarded that started out one way and ended a completely different, like what we know today versus how it started? Or was it so rigid that what they had is what you did?
Oh yeah, a lot of them go through that process. I can remember Ursula especially. She was going to be one of those spiny fish. But ultimately we thought, oh, this is going to be a nightmare for people to move around in space. All these fins on their head and on their backs and they're running down her tail. You're familiar with those kind of fish. I can't remember what they're called exactly, but they're spiny, and I think they're also venomous. Actually, if you touch them, they sting you. So we thought, well, that's kind of neat because she's a dangerous sea witch and all. But eventually, the fins turned into hair, and she put on a few pounds, and they change. And once the voice person is picked, Pat Carroll, she was not slight of build, so we kind of based Ursula's shape on her, and some people said they based her on Divine, and I never knew about that, but I guess that was a thing with Howard. Howard wanted her to be like the Divine. I never knew all that. When I came in, it was just Rob Minkoff and I trying to hammer her out. This is before I started Ariel, but we got Rob's friend Max Kirby to come in and do a video for us of the entire song, and so we put a muumuu on him and moosed his hair up. So that could have been where some of the Divine influence came from.
I mean, I can see it. Yeah.
Painted his face up, and we had a great time that afternoon. But and it yielded some good things. A lot of the dialogue that he did, lip synced for us, it all got cut out because they restructured the entire sequence where she meets Ariel and gives her legs and so on. So that's when I met her. She came to the lobby.
I feel like if like the whole spiny fish thing would have stayed, like the character would have ended up looking more like Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, like something thinner and like bonier.
That kind of dangerous looking character. Yeah. Yeah. And there's also the question of how many angles should I use? Because there's a psychology of angles versus circles. So,
wait, what is that? Angles
there was
versus
a fine
circles?
line on the Sleeping Beauty characters, for example, because they were all angular.
Yeah.
So they had to try to soften Aurora up a bit by adding more curves in there. But someone like Maleficent was very angular, even down to her chin. There's practically squared off shapes, and the kings and so on. But that idea of the circle is for your heroes, Mickey Mouse, Smurf.
Wait, is Goofy, give it to me straight, Philo. Is Goofy angular?
No, he's a circle. He's a hero.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Circular, fleshy shapes. The angles are reserved for the villains. Or semi-villains like Gaston. He had rounded angles. Let's put it that way. But and Ursula, she's all round. So
yeah, true.
It's a question of should the character be bad or look bad or both,
Yeah.
So those are all things you have to weigh in the balance, especially for the villains. The heroes, you can do pretty much anything you want. we try to, going back to Ariel, she had a number of hairstyles. Someone even put a gag one up of her on the board with a Barney Rubble style hairdo.
Barney?
It looks the same on either side. I said, no.
Philo, I was not
my
here
idea to put the part on the same side every time. Yeah.
That's awesome. Philo, I was not here for the first interview, so this has got to be a repeat question, but I got to ask it. What was it like? Okay, so the story of you, in that room, Ariel's being developed, designed, and now in hindsight, like, it's so iconic. But I know there's theories about and some of them are true. Like, was it Melissa Milano? Was it was she inspiration? What was the conversation from your perspective like then? And then what in your opinion? How was Ariel designed after who and what features and all that good stuff?
Oh, there were a number of young ladies we used at the time. I had seen a film, I think it was on cable actually, where I saw it. It was Date with an Angel, and I saw this beautiful young French actress named Emmanuelle Berge. And by the time I got to Mermaid, I said, "Ooh, I'm going to revisit her pictures." So I had her pictures on my wall by the desk, and she had the long, elegant neck that I needed and the far-spaced eyes. And I said, the hair even suggests what I'm thinking of. So she was one of my main role models. And then we did use Alyssa Milano once. Glenn Keane came on with me when he was done with Kitty Cat film, Oliver and Company.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah.
He finally got to start with me on Ariel. And so Alyssa came into the picture then. I said, oh, she'd be great because she's got the pointed chin, but it's rounded at the very end. That was the chin we were looking for. And he says, I'll do you one better. How about we make our own version of an anime girl? And I said, ooh, that's fascinating. Yeah, let's do that. The big eyes and the little triangular nose and the pointed yet rounded chin. And so there was a number of things that we used. When we finally got to the hair, it was Christy Brinkley. We called it Brinkley Shelf.
That makes sense. I love that.
It's kind of hung there by itself,
like a palette, little of her, little of her.
And then I said, "Ooh, Christina Applegate on Married with Children. She's got her."
Oh yeah, she did. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had pictures of her all over the wall, and then also, who else? Now, that might have been it.
That's a
Not a
plethora of
people.
that's a palette right there
Glenn,
of
Glenn used his
beautiful
own
women
wife.
to choose from, you know.
Yeah, Glenn used his own wife. Linda, I believe her name is Linda. Gosh, it's been a long time. Linda or Lisa, one of the two. But she's like a little pixie. Even now, I think she is. She had the little freckles and the little,
Yeah.
turned up nose, and he used her for inspiration. So out of all that came Ariel.
Ariel.
You can actually look up Emmanuel Barrett on write her name, because people usually get it wrong.
She was gorgeous.
That's the beauty of live streaming. You just put it up
Yeah.
right there, and
When I was on Nostalgia Critic, the subtitle said Barrett, and I said no, that's not it.
So when you were
I'm not
working
sure-
on those frames,
I'm not sure
did you
I'm
have-
pronouncing it right.
Oh wow, Emmanuel Barrett.
Oh, you gotta, man, making me feel bad about my what do you call it? my handwriting. That looks so cool.
Did you have any idea how massively popular and iconic Ariel was going to eventually become when you were working with all of those beautiful images?
I just got the feeling the overall film was going to be a hit. I didn't realize how much of a hit it was going to be, but well, we all had faith in it. Yeah. There were a few sour grapes in there. One person who shall remain nameless says, "Well, I'm not going to stick around and work on their next dud." I said, "Oh, I think you're barking up the wrong tree there."
Can you imagine passing
moving
on
on.
that iconic position?
Yeah. Yeah, I was delighted how it came out. Yeah.
Dixie and Amanda, I see a bunch of
When
I see
we
a
saw
bunch
it at
of
the wrap
you.
party in Florida, it was like it had taken on a life of its own. It really felt that way.
Let's go Dixie. Let's go Amanda next.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like call it like a Renaissance era for animation. I mean, it was just iconic, and nobody knew it was iconic. But you probably did you feel like an energy basically in that building, like working on that? Like this is going to be something for sure.
Very, very much, very tangible. Yeah,
Absolutely.
every day. And like I said before, we were allowed to be zany when we needed to. Because
Or HR.
Blow-off team. I mean, when we were on the Disney lot, we'd go on the back lot where all the sets were and have cap gun fights. When we're making Black Cauldron, things like
You'll get to do that at work.
It's like little kids. You're dead. No, you're dead.
You're dead.
I shot you first.
I should have been an animator
Zorro
all
sets
along.
were still there. The Western sets with the saloon doors that open, swing open.
Yeah.
So much fun. And that's all gone now. There's trailers back there now.
Philo, or is it?
Yeah.
It's gone.
No, let's bring it back.
That's like a sore spot for me is like things that we're slowly losing is like the backlot tour. Like them taking that from me was like taking a part of my soul.
Rivers of America.
We'll start we'll start a movement.
Splash Mountain.
Bring back cap gun fights at work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too.
We were being served meals morning, noon, and night at the end of production too. But that was fun. We got to have Halloween together, for the 2 years I was on Mermaid. We did Halloween spectaculars, and nobody got much work done those days, but
community and voice acting has gone the same way. And I don't want to get off on this side road because I don't want to be off on this negative side road because I don't want to be negative. But voice acting, that's my world. And it was when you were in a booth and laughing at each other and being like, and playing and riffing off each other. And there was a sense of community. Art of all kinds has always been this way. Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, they all these most amazing guitarists or musicians, they always came out of a community. And it's where people sat together and played together or drew together.
And it was original too. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't derived from anything. It was brand new.
And voice acting. I think the voice actors now, like I'm sitting here in a closet trying to reproduce that, but in reality, I don't,
Good closet. It's a good closet.
It's a good closet. It's fine.
Got your acoustic pads up there, and
I still don't have a Neumann
I could work there.
U87, but slowly. but the community, I know, and what you said was right. It's like community is, the way that you were there together, drawing, having cap gun fights,
having meals together too.
Having meals together.
We'd sit in our rooms and oh, come on over, and and there were times when Dolly Baker, my friend, was working with me on Ariel. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people brought their drawings for me to go over and say, can you help me with this Ariel? It's still not looking quite like her. Right. So I would be happy to go over it. I did that all day, and my own work as well.
Yeah.
But she kept coming back on this one scene, and she finally just stopped in the doorway and slumped against it in a comedic way. She had her drawings. She just looked at me, and we both busted up at the same time. That's the kind of thing that I loved. It was so fun.
And that community, I'm not being negative. You know why? We got to bring it back. People, listeners, if you're an artist, if you're listening to this podcast, if you draw, if you do voice acting, if you play music, get into a community, people. Do it.
Yeah. No, that's the only way it worked is because we had real people to interact with.
Yeah. The organic.
By filtering it through the computer.
Yeah. And thinking about that when you were being zany and riffing on each other and having a good time, when you were an assistant animator with Gaston, he was larger than life and expressive. How fun was it? Yeah, how fun was it to animate a character who's arrogant and comical? Like, did you create some of that off of some, making fun of somebody else that you work with, or take little pieces of their personality? And
often it came from people we worked with. Yeah. There are people caricatured in the films too. Most of the sailors on Eric's ship are animators and layout artists. Rasul Hazadani stands out the most.
Funny.
Doesn't seem like he's actually in place, but he's there. So, and the sourpuss I was talking about, he's in there too. But I won't mention.
Amanda, yeah, go ahead, Amanda.
When you're doing those characters, how do you know, like, when it feels like they're done? Like, when it's like that clicks, that's the character. I don't need to work on it anymore. Right. Like, how do you know when what's that feeling?
Amanda, do you mean like the design?
Yeah, the design of it.
I think in some ways they kept growing as we went into the animation and started moving them around. Then they really gelled for everyone. So it's like an ongoing thing.
It's always changing.
Yeah. Like in Snow White, you can tell the early scenes they did, and then by the time they get to the point where the prince is putting her on the horse and they go off into the sunset, those are the most beautiful drawings of her ever, because that's what they'd been through the whole film already, and they knew just how to draw her.
Just exactly.
But we were kind of the same way, except everything was done out of order, so you can't really tell with Mermaid so much. We started with Ursula's spell, and also her saving Eric from drowning. So everything's done out of order. Yeah.
You can actually tell. Like, I could see that. Yeah. Like, I've seen that film so much. That makes so much sense to me that those were first.
That's exactly how it is. Yeah, I think my most beautiful Ariels are in the rowboat with Eric. When they're leaning in to kiss, and they almost do, and then they fall over. But I really took a lot of care doing her profile, and you can tell when someone else did her, because she got a little long in the face. I tried to, like mad, to keep her pretty, I think my most sensual scene in there is when she looks up like that. Just her face looking up. Yeah. I said, well, that's as far as I dare make her, special. Idiot. He should have kissed her sooner.
Philo, I got to say this. What I love about Howard was the I Want song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
That's a
that was
classic Broadway thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it
The
was
song
like
with your
even
name.
now it's like the I Want song is not it captures, you know, I'm a man of the cloth. Sometimes I'll try to capture people's hearts of if I'm doing a sermon or something.
Yeah.
But it's always about the I want. What is our I want in life and all the I and Disney was so
gives
good.
the character a goal that and you're rooting for them the rest of the movie.
And when you drew the Ariel with the long face, to me it was like, oh yeah, you're speaking into that I want a little bit. You know, it's
Yeah.
not just a void vacuum of a story. It's I'm going to animate this in an expressive way to speak into what Ariel's really feeling. And that is not just animation, that's storytelling, that's acting.
That's also why a lot of people study acting when they become animators.
Oh, I didn't know they do that.
I'd already had acting in school, so you know, I'd done stagecraft, all kinds of things. So I already knew a bit about theater and giving a performance. So that all helps.
Yeah.
When you're just acting with a pencil, not your own self.
No. Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta go find a charger for my laptop because I'm silly and I don't have one. So I'm gonna turn it over. Maybe let's see. I don't know. Just figure it out for yourselves, people. I'll be right back.
Well, we've talked about all the fun and classic films that you did, but you also worked on the Black Cauldron, which has a massive cult following now and was controversial, I guess, at the studio at the time. What was
At
the
the
vibe
time,
like? Yeah, what was the vibe like in the animation department working on such like a dark Disney movie at the time?
well, we were just kind of coasting at the time. We didn't see what direction we were really going with the studio at the time, but wow, the talent that came out of that period, Tim Burton, Joe Ranft, you know, we were all there together. John Musker, Ron Clements, we were all there together, just you know, young people trying, just like the old time Disney animators when they were making Snow White. So we were trying our best to do something, and we weren't that wild about the subject matter, but we had to find a way to make it work, regardless. So that was our job, and we were a little worried about the rating. A lot of people ignored the rating. The movie came out, and they took their kids to the theater and dropped them off by themselves anyway. And you're not supposed to do that. When you see PG, you're supposed to go in with them. And I'm sure they had a lot of questions for their parents when they got out of the movie. And you know, you look at it now, and it's kind of tame compared to the stuff they're subjected to today.
Right. For sure.
So, but you know, we had a good time. That was a very difficult project from the start. They've been working on it for 10 years and 6 years of production, almost like Sleeping Beauty.
Wow.
In fact, it's the same format as Sleeping Beauty. It's the widescreen, which really adds a lot of labor to the process.
Does
Trying to fill the whole screen with
They're like, oh no, that's like two other sides of this thing.
Yeah, when I did Star Trek, it was the same thing. We had to work on paper that was pan paper, literally, to have the right parameters, and for the widescreen, and you'd have to put celluloid between that just to flip, to check your action, to keep the paper from getting not too wrinkled when you were flipping it and checking the action. So it didn't really matter too much on Star Trek because we were doing lightning bolts and things like that, which got reversed. They make what they call Codalith cell. It's a Kodak product. It's punched like a regular cell, but they take your drawing and they reverse it on the celluloid. So your black line becomes see-through. It becomes that lightning bolt shape. And any white you don't want showing through, you just blob it out with black paint. You photograph it and you put it over the live action.
Philo, here's what we need to do in the future. We have to do like a stream like this, or just even a recording, and just talk about the technicality of animation and
Yeah.
art, because I know there are people out there that need to hear
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, and that could be lost on your Joe Schmo,
Well,
But
Gary
there are,
Goldman told us all the time when we were working at Bluth. He says, doing animation is like trying to keep 50 pennies spinning at once. That's really what it's like, because you have to keep track of what you're doing constantly.
I don't know if I could do that. I
Be
always say,
aware of be aware of what's going on with your exposure sheet as opposed to the drawing. How should I expose this? What percentage should I expose it at? Well, one of the happy accidents that came out of that was how we did the glowing eyes in Secret of NIMH, and also the shadows under the characters, which hadn't been done until Secret of NIMH again. They did away with cast shadows under characters for years.
How was it done?
One of
I
the
gotta know.
greatest non-Disney
Walt said,
films
no more of
ever.
this expense. We're just going
Yeah.
to have it straight, no shadows.
Yeah.
To cut expenses, because everything was getting way too expensive. After Sleeping Beauty, that about broke them. It was such an expensive film to make. And they were introducing Xerox at the same time. The next film was, I believe it was Dalmatians, but the first one in Xerox line. And they developed a whole new way to do the backgrounds and everything. And the thing didn't lose translation in being inked. It was actually the animator's drawings you were seeing painted up on the screen.
Is that what I buy on eBay when I buy? Okay, can you answer me this? I bought some things on eBay. It's like, oh, this is part of an animation cell, or not a cell, but it's just
Lithograph.
Is it? I don't know. It's like it's got
Well, they can print things on acetate now, but they'll do a limited run of something,
of things like that. That's interesting.
Back when I was working in Florida at what's gone now, but the Magic of Animation building, we sold a lot of that stuff in our gallery. Just limited editions of whatever we were doing at the time, because there were no more celluloids. So. But no, you can still find some Xerox cells.
I think you can. That's what makes it really unbelievable. It's because it's like
color tone.
Yeah, and you can find them, and that's what makes it unbelievable. I'm like, no, but it kind of is. You can find those things, and that's interesting.
When you're doing a shadow, you just you do your character, and then you do your cast shadow on another layer. Another layer of drawings, so they match up with everything they're supposed to work with, and then you paint the character in its full colors, and then you paint the shadow black, solid black, and that all happens in the camera. They shoot the character by themselves first at a percentage, and then they shoot the shadow at, say, 30% on the same piece of film, and it makes it translucent.
Philo, we gotta that needs to be 3 hours of another podcast. I'm like, I don't mean, I'm just being in jest when I say this. I'm like, oh, Philo, talk dirty to me, my friend. Because it's really it's so interesting. That stuff is like, but here's what, I don't want to hog up all your time, but here's what I want to, if we could, I got to shift this conversation to this, which is, Philo, your heart, I always spell your name wrong. It's like, the last part, the heart part, because I just know you as the heart, and I've seen we're kind of friends.
Okay, I'll take it.
But I see what you do, and you draw on napkins when you go out. You do all this great stuff. You got a big dang heart, and I love you, and you're so awesome. And
I love people.
You do. And I'm one of them, and I don't know why. And I always joke, I'm like, I don't know why I'm friends with Philo. I just am. It's just God
has a way of working things that way. So.
I agree.
Aww.
I agree. Yeah. And but I want to talk about your present and what you're doing. Your heart. I want to celebrate you. I know we talked a lot about what you do and what you've done, but I want to talk about you now, because I think you're doing. How you're touching people's lives now. You travel and you go do Comic-Cons, and you get to talk to people, and you get to influence people's lives and have conversations just like
got my beautiful blue truck, so I can.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Philo has a. And if you want to tell us the story of your truck, I would love to hear that.
Oh, well, I was running out of options because we just kept going through vehicles, and my earnings were rather meager through retirements. I was getting used clunkers, and one of them was destroyed in an accident, and I thought, well, I guess I'll have to depend on other people for a while. So I was depending on friends, tagging along with them to the conventions and so on. And this deal just fell into my lap. I had been at a trading card convention, and the people that were sponsoring it were Cunis Ford in Delavan, Wisconsin. So I said, "Come in, we'll make you a deal." So that's how I got my baby blue truck.
Your baby blue, I love it.
Call her baby blue, yeah. She's
That's
a
awesome.
Silverado.
Yeah.
You go to a lot of those conventions and meet fans, I'm sure, whose childhoods were completely shaped by your art. When they come up to your table, what's some of the most common things that they talk to you about or say to you or ask you for?
Oh, they ask if I knew some of the voice people. That's a usual question. That just what it was like to come in every day, and gosh, there were some days when you didn't want to be there, but for the most part, it was fun. I'll even get a lot of students, which I think is great, that want to do it by hand, on paper, and I'm perfectly willing to sit down with them if I have a moment and draw with them. That's happened countless times. That's very rewarding. So, and I keep my hand in drawing too. If I'm going to get rusty,
You better. I'll be mad at you if you don't. And it's because we've had there's animators we've had, but everyone knows your name. Everyone if I drop Philo, it's like everyone knows who Philo is.
It's like a cottage industry. We all know each other.
I know. I always joke the Disney world is not as small as or not as large as we think it is.
A lot of us started at Hanna-Barbera in 1977 when we were taking the class there for in-betweening. And that was the entry level of the business. Yeah. From there, we just repopulated the industry.
Yeah.
And we shadowed each other everywhere we went. Oh, you're here too. We're going to have a lot of fun on this project.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. People I haven't seen in years.
A lot of the new animators I know, and they're not new. They're like in between animators. They're kind of they go, look, there's got to be a middle of the road where, art we've lost. I mean, I guess the last one I watched, like truly, it was a couple of months ago, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I watched it again, and I'm like, no wonder I saw this thing 3 times in the theater. It was the art,
beautiful movie.
God, and really the art. Beautiful.
I think it's underrated. Really,
it's so underrated. But the art, it's like, I'm looking up to the left, and
I was doing product for it at the time. I was already out of animation. Yeah, but I love doing the product for it, and for Pocahontas and Hercules, all those things.
Oh, I didn't know you did Hercules.
Well, no, I did product for all of those.
Product, okay.
Yeah.
But
and lots of illustrated books, yeah.
See, yeah, and that stuff is still that's something that well, your art is still around, circulating. Constantly, no matter if it's on screen or if it's in print. Like,
yeah, you can still find my books. There's a lot of them still out there. Yeah.
I don't know,
including the How to Draw a Mermaid book.
Hey,
it has a different cover important. Now, but
I'm gonna buy that. I've never learned to draw a mermaid.
Well, at the time, I didn't know how I was gonna tell the lay artist how to, build these characters. So I went a little overboard. I think I'm better at showing people how to draw them now, but yeah, at the time that was the best I could do. So
Amanda, Dixie, Angela, are any of you artists? Like drawing
Absolutely
people?
not. Nope.
No?
The stick figures. That's all I have. And the flip books, remember?
We'll get you
I
over
do
that
like to
hump.
draw and do.
I love Philo. That's why you got. Well, and returning what I said,
Because
those
everything
people,
is built from simple shapes. It's all
yeah.
done from simple shapes. Yeah.
But I wouldn't discount the the child on the tablet. To us, it's like, but it doesn't. I For them, there are times you can go on eBay and buy like they put something on a tablet to make it feel like paper, and I've succumbed to that. I'm sorry, but I have, and I go, I just want the feeling of paper and pen.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that want, that desire to go back to that medium, but there are a lot of people that are in between, and I think what you have to offer is wonderful because it's teaching them what I think there's a big. There you go.
I can
Who
make
dat?
that one. Yeah,
Who
I can
dat?
do that.
Who dat? Oh, Philo's drawing for us. We all got to mute ourselves.
Oh, see, I'm just gonna pull him together real quick. It may not be the best Mickey ever, but I will show you just how easy he is to do.
Yeah.
You just put him together with simple
Mhm.
shapes. Yeah.
I want to draw. Let's draw. Okay. Who has another hour in our?
I'd be happy to do a demo sometime.
We
with
should.
you all.
No, I used to watch. There's a show that I grew up watching called The Imagination Station with Mark Kistler, and it was on PBS. And it was a show where he sat there and he drew, and he taught art theory, foreshortened circles, and all these. And that was sort of, gosh, the hours I spent in front of that TV. There's something to that. There's something to, hey, yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
There was something called Winky Dink when I was a kid.
That's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Yes, I
But a
know of that as
piece of
well.
acetate they sent you in the mail up on your over your TV screen, and then you could finish the drawing for them, so they could complete their adventure, whatever it was.
Did you ever complete it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would give you it was like connect the dots, and you just do it and then they would have the animation pop in around it. Say, you saved us. You had to sail to the sailboat or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I remember those kind of art school applications that as a kid I would dial that 800 number. They
Oh,
would mail
yeah.
you where you had to
Yeah.
draw a turtle. Like I vividly remember
Draw
that.
Pinky, draw Rocky.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think is the hardest character to draw on the first try?
On the first try, out of the Disney
Yeah.
characters, Maleficent.
Goofy.
I had to do her for product, so she's not easy. And my
Oh, I
dad
bet she's
says,
not.
we were lucky if we could get 3 good drawings of her done a day. And I said, 3? And he says, yep. I said, we're expected to do 8 to 16.
She's fantastic.
But when you look at her, you see why she was so hard, because there was just an exact way that she's drawn and all those angles, and he actually had to sculpt her headdress so his crew had something to see how they turned in space. And he took several pictures of it rotating around, and from the back, front, sides, so they could draw that. Yeah.
Amanda, what do you think of that? Or wait, Dixie unmuted herself first. I'm gonna go, Dixie. What do you think of that?
Over it. I unmuted. Actually, what I was gonna ask is actually unrelated to that. And the thing I've just been wanting to know, like this entire podcast, is like I want one of your most cherished stories from your time, like working on a Disney production. Like, what is one thing that you think is like so cool still to this day that happened with you?
He said cap gun fights.
Obviously. All right, what's your number 2?
Okay, number 2.
Definitely cool, but we still had the Something Wicked This Way Comes sets too. I think that's the only ones that remain now, but they turned them into offices. Actually, the facades are still the sets, but the inside is a real building now. So but I'm digressing again. Uh,
It's kind of
that
our
was
thing here.
probably my accidental meeting of Pat Carroll in the lobby when we started life in some trailers across the street from the building where they were making Oliver and Company. It was Sonora Street in Glendale, and Disney Imagineering is right across the street from there. In fact, that's where we ate. We ate in their cafeteria, and I got as big as a house. But I just went out to ask Dee Haramia, our receptionist, how I could allow people to come and visit us, while we were starting in the empty half of the building. They moved us in there first. And I said, Dee, you're Pat Carroll. He was on the sofa reading a Variety or, Hollywood Reporter or whatever. We had him on the table. And she says, why, yes, I am. Who are you? And I said, my name is Philo Barnhart, and I'm doing you. I mean, I'm drawing you. I mean, I'm working on Ursula. I got all tongue-tied, and she said,
no, I'm sorry.
Then you come over here and you tell me all about it. So I ran over and I sat with her, and and she said, I was like in a daze. Here I was sitting next to this incredible performer, and she's talking to me, and she says, well, tell me what's your name again, dear? And I said, Philo. She says, that sounds Greek, is it? And I said, yes, very good. She said, well, tell me, Philo, what is it exactly you're doing with Ursula? And I said, well, it's no great
What an
shape
actress
right now. We're just experimenting with her animation. We're doing rough scenes just to see how we feel about how she's going to move, and we're doing walk cycles. And she says, well, would it help you at all if I gave you my take on her? And I said, that would be great. She says, well, I'm here to re-record the sequence because they decided it wasn't really working. She got too histrionic right off the bat. Any normal person would, like Ariel, would say, well, to hell with you, keep your legs, I'm out of here. She started yelling at her right off the bat. So it became more of a seduction. So they restructured the whole thing. And Howard had more to do with the rewriting of that. The directors, not so much. They had done the original version. So Howard came in and he really plussed it up. And they built to the spell rather than having her scream at her right from the start. And she says, well, don't laugh, but I see her as this great Shakespearean actress who retired under the sea for some reason. And I said, okay. So it's just like in the song. It's body language and not vocal histrionics. And she says, yeah, exactly. I said, that's great. I went back to work and the drawings were sailing out of my pencil. Everything changed because now I had some input from the person who was bringing her to life. Literally. And that changed everything. I remember the feeling. I thought, wow, what a great gift. I'm just sailing through the project now. That all got cut. But the experimental stuff.
No, you had me.
It stuck because they had her there to re-record all that. So that's why she was there.
But the soul was still there.
What a blessing. I forgot to ask Dee how I was supposed to let people in to see me. That's okay. I met Pat Carroll.
Yeah, you already saw Pat Carroll. No one else needs to come in.
That's all I needed. Yeah.
Wow.
But that really helped my job at the time.
That's awesome.
And then Dan Haskett came out right after that, and we had a great time starting on Ariel. And then Glenn joined us when he came off Oliver and Company.
I love Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites too.
It's scrappy. It's a scrappy Disney movie, which I'm a fan of scrappy, and it's just like its namesake. I'm a Robin Hood guy. I love
Robin Hood.
Well, I know, but at Philo, I think that.
The animation is so beautiful of the animals and
Well, my great cousin was Pat Buttram.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, the evil sheriff of Nottingham. He's late. But that was
Lafayette. Well, I'm right here.
I'm right here. But I grew up doing his voice, and it's so funny. And when I met Bill, that was when I didn't discover my love.
Yes, it goes like this.
It goes like this. There's a lot of ups and downs.
Prince John, that
same with Goofy
King of England.
All right. I digress. I need a nap
character?
now. Anyone take over.
Is there a character from any one movie that you wish you had gotten to animate that you would have done completely different?
I don't know. I got to do everything I wanted to do, so I can't.
I have a better question. Has there been one character that you wanted to animate that you either was in design, but it was cut or it didn't happen?
I don't know. I really always got to pretty much go the direction.
That's the very best answer.
Yeah. Finally getting to Mermaid and realizing I was going to get to make a musical fairy tale like my parents did.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been champing at the bit for years to do that, but everything was going dark and kind of, non-musical.
There you go.
Like a narrator singing or something, like in Secret of NIMH.
So you worked on Secret of NIMH, and those some of those are very celebrated. And NIMH, yeah. Well, NIMH just even does some of the darker stuff. Like as a kid, I don't know. It was, to me, I look back on it and I still won't watch them because, but I loved the Secret NIMH. Oh yeah.
That's so cute.
Isn't she fun?
That is so cute.
I like your shirt, by
difference between
I like your shirt, by the way.
I called her Mrs. Fuzzy Butt. I thought she was.
When Don Bluth started his own company, was making Secret of NIMH, what was the different? Like, what felt different between working with the Disney group of animators versus the Bluth era?
Well, I hadn't gotten to Disney yet when I was starting with Don, but I was learning the Disney way from them. So
Philo, you went to NIMH, you went to Don Bluth first.
Oh yes.
Oh,
1970.
That's interesting.
1983. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big. We've never had that before.
83. I started my first Disney project, which didn't come out until 85. That was Winnie the Pooh and A Day for Eeyore. But in the meantime, I went back to Hanna-Barbera for a while, and I did Scooby-Doo and some other things. 13 Ghosts. Yeah, I did a lot of work at Hanna-Barbera, about 6 years worth.
Did you ever work on Johnny Bravo?
4 years with Bluth, 2 years with Filmation on their films, and then right into Mermaid, and total of 18 years with Disney. 11 of it was spent in consumer products for them. So
Hanna-Barbera was interesting because, sometimes here's the thing on Instagram, it's like how they will take one character and they'll say, this is how Hanna-Barbera would animate this character, or this is a version of Disney, Warner Brothers. And I look at it and they're all mostly the same, but they're not. They're very different. They are. And I like Hanna-Barbera fascinates me because I try to drop this truth bomb a second ago. I said, have you ever worked on Johnny Bravo? Because I just thought it was Johnny Bravo as a cartoon was so fascinating to me because there's like working with Scooby-Doo versus mixed with Johnny Bravo.
A lot of people cosplay him at conventions even now. Yeah, they'll walk around.
You might see me. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not like that.
With the hair, the hair out.
Yeah, I got to work on the hair. But just and that came from animation. That was Seth Rogen from the Family Guy later on, and he worked on Butch Hartman and all these guys, and but I wonder what the experience of just cross training in a sense.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate between Hanna-Barbera, Warner Brothers, Disney? How do you go, oh shoot, this is a Disney thing, or you say, oh, this is a Warner Brothers, and how do you stay on character without, you know, or
Yeah.
maybe you don't. Maybe you go, I'm going to slip a
Well,
little bit into something else, you know, as an artist.
Traditionally, the Saturday morning cartoons are very stylized because
Yeah.
of the format that you animate in is limited animation. It's the economical way they can get through an entire series of shows in a record time by reusing drawings over and over again, and even splitting up that character into several layers.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to have arms on one layer, the torso on another one, the heads are separate, they bob, and there's separate mouths for every head that's bobbing. So that all has to be recorded on the exposure sheet. And that actually seemed more complicated to me than just doing it straight ahead when I got into full animation for features.
Yeah.
So that will dictate a style right off the bat, whatever format you're using to animate in. And the TV stuff was simpler in some ways. The characters were simplified a lot too.
Yeah.
So you could get through them easily. But in other ways, it was just technically, it was really lost you sometimes. You had to keep track of your exposure sheet and what was lining up with what, you know. So, and what they were supposed to be saying and so on.
And that's, I think there's
easier to
something
just do it straight ahead and
I think there's something there, Philo, because it's
and
like,
it's more alive than the TV stuff.
no, and it becomes alive.
Mhm.
But that's exactly what I was going to
What
say.
I said earlier, as when we saw it together in Florida at our wrap party, we had a double wrap party out there, and California had their own, and we had food at ours, so they were very jealous when they heard about that. We had seafood of all things, and that was at Disney MGM. But we had a blast. But we all felt, wow, this is bigger than us.
Yeah.
This feels like a real movie, you know, a full-blown motion picture. We had no idea it was going to look like that in the end.
Yeah.
You know,
and it has like, I digress. Amanda, what's your response? Because Philo's my buddy. I want to dominate, but I'm not going to, because
Well, I mean, just listening, is there like any one of your projects that holds like a particularly special place in your heart? Like, does anything stand out as one of the most favorite things?
Yeah, I have three what I like to call milestones. They were each pioneers in their own way. And the first one is Star Trek the Motion Picture, because from 1966, when the show was new, to the time they were starting that film, I thought, gosh, I would love to be on that. And it just happened to turn out that I did get to work on it through a friend of mine at Ruby Spears. I was there too for a time. And that was in 79. And he called me and says, would you like to come and join Judy Niver and Daryl McNeil and I doing some animation for Star Trek the Motion Picture? I said, is the Pope Catholic? I'll be right there. So he says, there's one thing that we're going to send some messengers from Paramount, and they're going to pick up your desk because they don't have any desks for us. I said, that's fine. You know, I wasn't using my desk at home. So they came and got my animation disc and my desk. And it was down in Marina Del Rey. It was a long drive every day, but it was so worth it. So I got to be on the first film that started the whole thing over again. And I was very proud of that. I got to work with Doug Trumbo, one of my idols from 2001: A Space Odyssey, and some other things. And I was in science fiction heaven. So didn't get a screen credit, but that's because we were hired late, all four of us. So, but moving right into Secret of NIMH, that was the other project, because we were striving to create some things that had been fallen by the wayside, some techniques for that made those early films look so rich, that Disney did. And starting with the color lines, we wanted a more sensitive line, so we had developed color toner for transferring the Xerox to the cells. And
Wow.
that really helped a lot. Every character had his own line color.
That's so funny how, like, for different movies,
Yeah.
it takes different artistic mediums.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Right.
man, that's
And
so
they went
cool.
back to a way of painting the backgrounds, which was very nostalgic too.
Yeah.
That
Well, think or the Batman,
color
the
palette.
animated series. You know
Yeah.
how it was all, I didn't know this until like a month ago. It was all like drawn on black.
Yes. Yeah. They
And,
sometimes use grease pencils that are in different colors. Yeah.
and now I watch it, I go, what?
There's all kinds of things you can do with animation, especially the 2D stuff. But that's when we started developing ways of doing the glowing eyes, on those characters and the shadows, cast shadows. We brought all that stuff back. And then we applied that to the video games after that. But that was the second project I thought was a real pioneering effort, because we were bringing all those techniques that had, just died back to life. And people responded to that. And then the third one, of course, you can probably guess, is The Little Mermaid, because here was a musical fairy tale, and I was dying to do one of those again. And I said, well, here's your chance, bub. You better, get on the stick.
Yeah. That's amazing. How many people it still reaches, even to this day. I know that must make you feel just.
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. And people, Philo, people know you, people love you, and
I love them too.
you need to go to as many conventions as you can, because it just, you deserve, number one, you deserve it. I don't know if that's when you go to these things, if it's draining or if it gives you energy, maybe it's both, but I love seeing you do those things.
Oh no, we'd love to do it. We just haven't been contacted too much yet this year. So
well, yeah. And okay,
I've never been approached by Disney to do one either, because they've got tons of people out in California.
Shame on. Well, okay, we'll plug our episode as hard as we can, and we'll.
But I plug into all the things out here, and I'm usually the only Disney person there.
Yeah.
Occasionally, one of my friends pops up, as a guest.
It's the same for voice actors. They're like, oh yeah, we got a 1099 independent contractor, and
this E2 that was just in Chicago recently, Jody Benson and Christopher Daniel Barnes were there. I said, I wish I could get a show with them.
Christopher Daniel, he's Spider-Man's voice.
Yeah. He's got a range.
He's a great voice.
I like him as Greg Brady too.
I do too. Yeah, me too. I remember I loved Spider-Man.
Hey, groovy chicks, you're happening in far out ways.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. It's like as a kid, I used to connect voices together, and I'm like, oh, is this person this person? Well, I'm watching the Brady Bunch. I'm like, that's Spider-Man. I already knew it. I'm like, and I'm scrolling through the end credits. I'm like, I knew I was right, and that's my world. And but yeah, well, gosh, yeah, I think. Well, yeah, well, I don't know what to do. I'm just Christopher
I think
Barnes.
we should have like a drawing time with you, like. At the Animal Kingdom, they had draw with the animators. I think we should.
Oh yeah,
we'd have to really
I got
slow
into
it
trouble
down.
there when I went there in a good way.
Yeah. Philo's my okay. Well, Philo, you're my buddy, man. I'm just so happy to.
Well, you're mine too.
And worse. Thank you. What a pleasure to have you on this live stream and this podcast. And before we end, I don't want to end. I'm just I'm not pulling the plug on this thing, because I can go for hours, but I don't want to wait. Philo, I love you, man. I don't want to waste.
Well, I love you all too. So
yeah, I want to give you energy. I don't want to drain it. I want to end on a high note.
There's no chance of that. Yeah. I'm like the ever ready battery or whatever that thing is.
Oh, well, we'll have you back on.
Was that the bunny one?
The Energizer bunny,
Going,
yeah.
oh, Energizer, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he just goes,
My bad.
boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
it keeps going and going.
You're like me, I'm the
There's no
same
way
way.
my energy is gonna dissipate anytime soon.
Okay. Well, I think here's what we're gonna do. I think we are going to get any last bit of questions out
Mhm.
that that Amanda or Dixie or Angela wants to, and then
I'll
we'll
take
close the
pertinent
live
and
stream. But
impertinent.
I'm going to stick around. And Philo, if you want to stick around and talk more, we'll do that. We'll do this as like the bonus features, and I will post the bonus features.
Sure.
Have you gone to any of the live performances of The Little Mermaid and critiqued?
Oh,
the
you
performers?
bet. You bet. In fact, several high schools, I go and they have me speak to their casts, and I started doing that in Indiana a few years ago,
Cool.
and they were inaugurating their new 1,100 seat theater. They had a tiny little theater of 700 seats, and their inauguration production was The Little Mermaid. So
That's
out we
awesome.
went,
That's
and
really cool.
we sold my prints in the lobby and got to meet the cast and all their families, and it was just a beautiful
Wow.
show. And the kids do a great job, let me tell you. They were
I
very
bet when they're under your guidance, like you can't
well.
help
No, I
that.
had nothing to do with their
Perfection.
show, but they were very professional. I would meet their directors and everything. And uh, ever since I've been doing it at the grade schools and all over the place. They have a version of it called Little Mermaid Junior, where it's an abbreviated version of the show.
Mhm.
And they do that at the for the little kids.
We cannot end this episode without talking about your napkins, Philo. I'm sorry.
Restaurant drawings.
That should have been the thing I opened up with, but
They usually run to their office and get me fax paper. So
Well, Philo, let me gush on you for a minute. Here's what I know about my friend Philo. Okay, we missed each other doing a podcast, whatever, a year or two ago. We just sort of we're friends.
Those were those massive mega podcasts too, with all the people.
Yeah, it was a live stream, and
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, Philo, and that was when we had Bill Farmer on and all that,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, who's this guy? I don't know I don't know who this guy is, and it was Philo, and I just liked him. He's just a good guy and kind, and
I soon found out.
I said I'm gonna gush, okay? But here's what I know about Philo. Philo goes here. We talk about sharing the magic.
Mhm.
Philo will go with his rich, like Philo. You got a superpower. you can draw, and you have a history of being in the Disney world, and being your story is enmeshed in the story of Disney. So when you draw on a napkin, that is not the way I draw on a napkin. It is it's something different. It's something beautiful. It comes with a history. It comes with talent. It comes with hard work.
Well,
so whenever time
you start to see them as living beings after a while.
It's a living, yeah. And when you give wherever you are, to be so giving and kind, to grab a napkin and to sketch Ariel and to give it to another human being, they do not know. Like, you're not being like, oh yeah, $40. No, you're like, you're giving away your power. You're giving away, you're empowering. And I've always heard this: power is meant to empower. So when you give away a napkin, that is not just a drawing on a napkin. It's not just a sketch.
If they start animating after that, I'm all for it.
That's exactly right, though, because maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing that makes someone say, "Oh my gosh, I have this napkin."
That's happened. I turned one young lady's life around.
Perfect. Tell me about that. I want to know.
She's my friend Bob, whose house I live in here. He has a friend named Corey and his daughter Cassie. was enmeshed in that kind of gothic teenage thing with, on the dark side, gloomy. And I spent July 4th with her one time. I sat her down and I showed her some tips on her drawing, and she just changed. She got rid of the goth look, started dressing brightly. She's now married, and her art completely changed. It just transformed.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that's profound. I don't know.
Yeah. They almost came over to visit a few nights ago, but something happened. They couldn't make it. But
yeah,
I
but
would see her now.
That is the perfect example of what you do, Philo. Like, I've seen the posts of your, and you don't post, some people would post this. Look, I gave a piece of artwork to somebody in an IHOP. Oh, look at us. We're going to be, and like, it's virtue signaling how like, oh, I'm so good. I'm so wonderful. Look at what I'm doing. You don't do that. You don't do that. All
that
you
never
do
enters our mind.
I don't think you have the capacity. I know you as my friend. I don't think you know. I don't even think you know. You don't have that in your heart, even if you tried.
Bob and
But
I
you
will
do.
just be talking to people around us in the restaurant, and he'll say,
Yep.
I don't know, do you feel like drawing tonight? I say, oh, of course, I always do. So that's how it starts.
And then you grab a napkin and you draw
simple as
the
that.
best things that makes me so jealous.
Well, if they have some paper, I ask for that.
Like, Philo never given me a napkin, but that's okay. I want to commit.
Just get some fax paper. I'll do it.
No, no, it's not even gonna be like that. I'm like, I want to support you. I have my sister-in-law loves the Little Mermaid, and I keep forgetting. It's like, there's gonna be one Christmas, I'm gonna get my buddy Philo, and I'm gonna commission him to do just a basic sketch, and I'm gonna frame it, and she's gonna cry like a baby. I know. I'm gonna get a call. Thank you. She's gonna cry over it.
Get it together. These days we're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you do is just beautiful, and we can't end this podcast without celebrating your heart and what you do, because
I'm enjoying my retirement. Yeah. And I will be 69 next month.
Yeah. Oh, you're a spring chicken.
Well, thank you. What?
But you're still the guy that grabs a napkin and puts everything you have on that napkin, hands it to somebody else, makes their day better and brighter. And that's,
I've had people burst into tears on me, and Bob says, you have no idea what you just did.
Well, don't ever know what you just did. Just keep not knowing. That makes you. And I know that.
I had somebody sing a part of your world for me, and she did a beautiful job. And she burst into tears and ran away. I said, I hope that's a good thing.
It's a beautiful.
That's the part of sharing the magic that makes this special for all of us.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dixie.
People that can handle that song really well out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet you do now. You're like,
yeah,
I love it. And
I've heard a lot of people sing it.
Well, don't ever lose that magic, because
it's not likely. It's too far ingrained now.
All right, I'm gonna go Dixie and then Amanda to ask let's do a quick, maybe whatever's in your heart. Get it all out, my friends. Do not message me tomorrow and tell me, oh, Jeff just dominated the conversation. No, get it out. Let's go. And then tomorrow, get it out now. And then, but be kind of Philo too.
All right, mine's super quick, a little quirky, but out of every Disney character, who do you think would be the best and the worst animator?
The best and the worst?
That's really funny. That's fun.
Oh, as far as the characters go?
Yeah, if would you have Goofy animating for you? Would you what character would be the very best
if the characters
animator?
were animating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Goofy would still be kind of good, but
It'd be like me.
My friend that had me do a book of Cinderella drawing, I think Cinderella would make a good animator. Yeah.
Why is that, Philo?
Her heart. She would put her heart into it, and she was meticulous in the little clothes she'd make for the mice. You know,
Detailed,
good-hearted and detail-oriented, and I think she would do a great job. Gee, I don't know
who'd be bad.
Pete.
No. Maybe Pooh Bear. He would just be like
too much
feel like
on
when
the
is
dark side.
Pooh Bear would just be like,
She'd
he
draw
would just
everyone
draw
with
a
a skull
schmeckle of
face.
honey.
Mom would draw everyone as mummies.
Okay, yeah.
Enough lumps and woozles.
No, oh no, oh no.
Who might make a good animator too?
No, I think he would just draw honey. He'd be very good at one thing, drawing honey.
Well, yeah, he could certainly draw that honey pot.
No, I believe there's a honey pot.
I did a headless Pooh for Halloween in the drawing, and I sell a print of it, and people get a kick out of it. It's called Whatever's the Matter, Piglet?
No,
He's
Piglet.
holding his head, and the head is smiling.
Oh no!
Piglet is passed out on the ground in front of him.
No, Piglet.
That was such a fun
What
question.
is the
Dixie.
problem?
I love it.
I have a lot of prints that are slightly on the dark side, and they sell rather well.
I believe I'm on the dark side.
I think Rapunzel would have made a good animator because she was locked in
I
that
do
tower
too.
for so long with
Yeah.
nothing else to
There's a
do.
lot of
There
them.
you go.
A lot of them that could have served very well. Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
fun. You're right. I think you're right. I think your question. I think you win.
Gaston doesn't have any patience for it, so he's out.
No, he'd be like, what? You don't like my stick figure? Like,
He'd be drawing himself probably.
yeah, that's what he'd be like.
Captain Hook would be terrible. He has bad coordination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad
it'd all be
spent
left-handed.
3 years drawing Captain Hook. Yeah, he loved that character.
Well,
Terrible motor skills, and then he just throw a tantrum and rip it up.
That's a fun question. Is it? Oh gosh. Okay. All right. This is a great time to wrap it up because it's a fun question. I love this great question, y'all. I don't
That's
know
fun.
how we got tangled into the weeds, but I'm happy we did.
Yeah.
Always fun to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right, Philo, I have one more crazy question.
Do
What
it.
is the coolest artifact or souvenir or piece of stuff you have gathered right in front of you? Just reach for it. What is it? What do you have cool to show the people since we're live?
Oh, since we're live. Or you can describe it. Doesn't matter.
Are you all familiar with Bob's Big Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an
I love
antique.
that's
that.
fresh seal.
It's an antique coin bank from the restaurant.
My
Wow.
husband loves Shoney's.
I actually have one of those.
I got him in Florida. See, here's his little burger, and yeah,
That is like legit Bob's Burger. That's not like a
Uh-huh.
knock. That's like
him. And then
That's cool.
my friend at Hanna-Barbera, Jack Bear, he used to say, "We're dining elegantly at Roberto's Grosso Ragazzo," and I said, "What's that?" He says, "Bob's Big Boy," in Italian.
so that has historic value for you and emotional.
Yeah, yeah. Here it was in Florida, but it was actually sold in the Toluca Lake restaurant.
How many times did you guys go there?
The one that was built in 1949, and it still looks like 1949 in there.
Philo, how many times did you guys actually eat there?
Oh, hundreds of times when I was a kid in Burbank too.
Okay.
Just before I left in 2008. Yeah.
What about it as an animator where they're like, we're going to go to
Oh yeah, we'd meet each other for meals all over town.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was Ernie's Taco House in North Hollywood, and Bob's Big Boy in order of Burbank and Toluca Lake. but they all had their own souvenirs and things.
Yeah. And now you have yours.
Like the theme park of restaurants, you know.
Yeah. Well,
So-
but you have that on your desk, and this, like, we are a vault of memories. That's what we are. This is a vault of.
I have a cool thing that somebody made for me at the convention, and it's got a real cicada in there. See the bug?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
wow.
That's different for sure.
And I've got an Ariel sippy cup that Bob gave
Love
me.
that.
You know, I think I have that in my closet, in my cabinet here too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the good china for me.
I also have,
That's the good
if I
stuff.
can get him. Yeah, I can get him. The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff not everybody has within arm's reach.
All right, we're going to keep going. Here's what we're going to do. And if anybody, we're going to party. So anytime Angela or Dixie or Amanda, sorry, I said your name, Amanda, like, sorry that I said it that way. You're not just Amanda. You're Amanda. I don't know why I said that. It was,
We'll let it slide.
not what I want in life. You know, I just want to pronounce, I just want consistency, you know? Hey, here's what we're going to do. People, this is a podcast, and live streaming is so different. People go in and out, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with people popping in and out. And the best podcasts, the best live streams are just, this is just, you know, you come in, you go when you need to. So if we're going to keep going, and Philo, I don't, if that's okay, I'm going to, you call the night when you're ready. Because you're my friend, and I
think we'll know when we get to that point.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But everybody else, if it's just me or anybody else, like, hey, don't feel shame.
Jack Torrance.
If you have a busy night, look, I'm California time, so tonight's like, this is it just started for me. But for some of you all, if you gotta go, you gotta go. There's nothing wrong, and just all you gotta do is pop out. That's it. There's no shame. There's no, oh, what happened? Oh, why did you pop out the podcast?
Never
you pop
any
in
shame.
when you want. You leave when you want. That's how we do
Never
things
any
around.
shame.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you, Philo. It's been an honor to talk to you. So
You're entirely welcome. Thank you.
It's been
good for me to
awesome.
Plumb my memories once in a while.
And Amanda, don't ever feel like you can't just peace out. Go, come in when you want, go when you need to.
Here's a mummified fairy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Amanda. All right, let's all celebrate Amanda tonight being on the podcast. All right, we got very good. And Amanda, have a very good night. And are you on a cruise? Are you on a?
I am not. I wish I was. But I do have to go.
You're on a trip.
No.
Oh.
Who was it that said that?
I probably made it up in my mind. I'm sorry.
No, I'm a travel agent that works 24/7. So people
Amanda,
start getting messages. You know, Sunday night, everybody's got to book a trip before they go to bed.
Nice backgrounds going on there.
That's what I assumed. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's.
I wish. No, that's Art of Animation Resort. So
I got to stay there in the Ariel section.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was totally surprised, and something happened, and they found out I was there to begin with, and a lot of the people that were working the desk at building Disney MGM, so they sent me a gift basket that we came back from visiting the parks during the day, and there was this gift basket for me.
Wow.
It was really nice.
Did you take a picture with the gigantic Ursula?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's my favorite.
I accidentally showed my belly in that picture because I was doing her pose and my shirt went right up.
That should be your like Facebook like snapshot. Like
That's
just
where
belly
that's
and
what you
everything.
do over by Triton, just
Yeah.
like don't be
Well,
afraid of it.
We
Just
came out
embrace
of our
it.
room and his big blue buns were right next to us up there.
Body positivity. Just like get the belly hanging out. Who cares?
Philo
Belly lint and all. Who cares?
All right, I am out
right.
of here tonight. Thank
Okay.
you so much, Philo. It was wonderful
Thank
talking
you.
to you, and I will see
Nice
you
to
guys
meet you.
later on.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Amanda. And bye, Angela. Oh, wait. No, not bye, Angela.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to do an outro, but no, I'm not. We're live streaming. I can't do that. Let's just keep going. We'll be fine.
Is that like belly buttons, an intro and an outro?
You ever you have an innie and an outie. And everything doesn't matter in between.
I thought an Audi was a car. Yeah.
Gosh, maybe right. Let me think about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Philo, this is overdue, man. It's so nice to have you.
Well, we'll have to do more things, and
whenever
we'll make a theme out of it. Like, you wanted to talk about technical things.
I do. And I think that could be a whole other thing. And here's why. I think there's a lot of other people that we've had, and I know there's a lot of animators that are there, but they don't tap into the Disney, historical, like, there's a big disconnect between animation that was and now. It's like it started in what's it called, Flash,
Yeah.
Flash something animation,
and
that was 2D, but that was bad. But then
it was to cut costs, probably mostly for TV production.
But there's a big world now that is so hungry for the intimacy, the experience of a hand drawn. Most
of my students at MIAD in Milwaukee desired to do it by hand.
I would rather. That's why, like, I mentioned earlier Adam and Dog. Like he was a Disney animator.
Oh, sure.
But I don't know how he did it, but it was just so beautiful, and it was like secret. And Don Bluth, I don't know if actually we're still recording this, so I need to be careful. But what I would say is there was a lot of intimacy that people want as animators.
Yeah, exactly.
And people want it, whether it's with Disney or somebody else.
It emotionally affects people.
It has to. And as a little kid, I would put a little mirror in front of me as like a 10-year-old Jeff, and I would do like a this or that, and it was.
Well, that's exactly how some of the animators do their dialogues. They see how their own face looks.
Yeah.
Making the sounds.
But that's intimacy.
Put it into the characters. Yeah.
But you put it in the characters, and I think when you're doing, on the computer, you're like, okay, this is how the character should look here. One of my favorite comic strips is Calvin and Hobbes, but Bill Watterson, he had the most expressive, most weirdly expressive. Calvin would look one way, but look a completely different, more like way the other way. And it was like, but he knew how to integrate the emotion, the experience, the heart. People really, really, really want that back. They want it back. And it's not here. It's not back.
This I know. A studio with vision needs to come forward. And I'm hoping that'll happen.
I am too, because I would love for you to be one of them. And if I could wave a magic wand, I'm like, who's the person that could teach this stuff? It'd be you, man. It'd be
Well,
Philo.
I would love to be one of the people. Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a team of people.
Well, I know, but you'd be definitely. I mean, like,
I would love to do it. I've done that for years. Yeah,
because you've
spent
sat in a
4 years
booth.
in Milwaukee teaching animation. Yeah.
And you've sat in front, you've done, and you have both superpowers, and the both of the superpowers are you have the emotional, the expressive-ness, the they call it the right side of the brain and the left,
Yeah.
to
Well, you really have to
where
love what you're doing, and it's not hard to love what we
but
do in
to
animation.
put your heart into it, and the right side of the brain is like the way that you talked about Ariel was like, hey, we wanted to make her expressive. Why? That wasn't because of just some sort of formulaic thing. It's because we needed to make Ariel, when she says her lines,
Right.
she has to look a certain way, and it's the heart. So that's right brain. But then all the hours that you spent redrawing, redoing, that's left brain. That's math. That's not.
Yeah.
And I hate that because I just want to do the right brain stuff.
Uh-huh.
But
Well,
you have to have
sometimes it's
both.
necessary if you want her to look pretty. We had to go back and fix her sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just on characters, they say, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
not my problem with an art growing, just historically is I'm not on character, you know.
Mhm.
And that was my struggle.
That can be overcome. Yeah. You just need to find a formula for drawing them.
Yeah.
Whoever it happens to be. There's formulas for drawing everybody.
Yeah.
That's how Ben Keenan, Bill Berg, and I instructed people when they were coming off their own characters
Yeah.
on Mermaid, and they had to jump on with us on Ariel because she had the most footage of anyone in the film.
Makes sense.
We had a main footage chart that was posted in the hallway, and anyone could check and see where they were with their character each week. And Ariel started at the top and went all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
Eric only went about, third of the way down, and Sebastian and Flounder also. She literally is in every single scene.
Yeah.
When in fact they only have a little screen time. Ursula didn't amount to much time either.
Yeah.
She's spread out through the film, and you certainly remember her, and you're wondering if she's going to pop up again.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Dixie.
Okay, so this popped into my head, but I presume you've been on some of these rides, like the Little Mermaid ride. When
Sure.
you're riding that, are you staring at those animatronics oh, absolutely not?
Yeah, they got a little off on her likeness, but one thing I'm grateful for is when they had her giant rubber hairdo. There was one time when it first opened, they had it like an ice cream cone that was like just balanced on top of her head, and I said, "That's like a red ice cream cone. That's kind of scary." And then they finally let it just
flow.
Well, yeah.
Put some animation in it so that it would undulate.
Yeah.
Some machinery in there. I said, "Oh, that's much better. Thank you."
Yeah.
But
it bothers me when
really
I'm riding. I'm like,
Ursula.
wait, that's so not
really
right.
Impressed with Ursula. Yeah, really impressed with Ursula in that attraction. She
yeah.
beautifully.
Dixie, what do you think? Since it's just us, what do you think about the future of animation and Disney? Do you have if you could cast a magic wand, what would the next Disney movie be animated wise? What do you think?
Well, first on that, I'm actually really hooked on this idea of some new studio emerging and creating old classic vibes. That would just be so cool to see somebody rise up, out of the ashes, Phoenix mode, this is what came from, XYZ, and it would be amazing legends, like Philo and all the other people you've talked to, that would be beautiful, be a masterpiece. And I think that it would, that would take off. That would soar. People would love it. The fans have been asking for it. The artists
Recapturing the
we need someone with a vision.
Yeah.
Someone with vision like Don Bluth.
Yeah. It would just be phenomenal.
Like Walt Disney did.
Yeah, let's go back. Time
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what I would want to see like next though. Like,
Dixie,
like,
what do you, okay, a new Walt Disney, would he be, okay, so we've had people on the podcast that's like, Disney, Walt was, and I use this phrase, I'm sorry if it's offensive, it was goofy. He could be a son of a bitch, is what historians have
He could
said.
be a very warm friend,
documentaries,
but if you crossed him up, he could,
But he knew, and
they
they say that in a good way, not in a bad way. They say it in a good way because
Listen.
he was like, here's
you
my
don't-
vision.
You don't get to where he was by being kind all the time. You have to be.
And he was kind most of the time. There's so many stories.
Kind to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was flabbergasted to the point where I couldn't speak, but I remember.
But also a good man who knew, no. And he knew business and the world is a dog-eat-dog place. And to be a bulldog, he was a bull. I wouldn't say a son of a bitch. I would say he was a bulldog.
Yeah.
He was a bulldog when he needed to be.
He had to be. He
had to be.
Yeah.
That's even a better way to say
but
it.
My dad loved him. A lot of people loved him there.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, ask Jack Kinney what he thinks of Walt Disney and then duck. I said, oh, really? Really?
No, but I think that's right.
That was
but then it's like, okay, but now the Disney thing, that legacy, that preservation, in animation. Gosh, okay, this pops in my head. What if Disney just decided, let's not do what everybody else is doing?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to go back to 2D animation like hand draw, but maybe you do. And maybe you do, but you do it in a new, exciting
I'd love to
way.
see them do some hybrid stuff, like I was talking about earlier.
And they hire Philo Barnhart. They hire, and it's like you retrain that, you double down to get back these animators. Let's go back to what Disney is.
We thought at one point that's what the way people were going to go is keep both formats and make them work together. But
I'd like to see another like great iconic film like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like I want another one of those.
Yeah.
Well, there's sort of one like the one that wasn't actually that bad. What was it? The Rescue Rangers.
Oh, Rescue. Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. I thought it didn't hurt my feelings, but it wasn't iconic. There weren't these new. That's why I think there are like Project Hail Mary. I just saw the other day, and it felt like this was a movie.
That's a practical puppet too.
Yes, and it felt like something I need to go see.
Yeah.
Why? Because I knew it took the time, the effort to slow it down, to put it into, and I went.
A lot of art went into that film, and practical effects as well. People are wanting to put practical effects back in the movies, and they're not as expensive to do as the computer graphics.
But it was like, and then, Ryan Gosling was like, I just want to make a movie that my family can come to.
Yeah.
That I can come to and to be proud of and to have this sort of like historical. I bet that's how you felt sometimes when you were animating.
My bottom line is just make a good film, make a great story. But lately they've been loading it down with all this message and stuff that nobody wants to hear about.
But it's just cranking it out. But when you slow it down, in the way
a lot of people don't know which studio things came from because it's all looking the same now. So.
Well, but then I think that's gonna change.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna be hopeful.
It may already be changing. Yeah.
I think it is. I think Project Hail Mary is a good example of a studio.
Beautiful film called Flow about a little cat trying to escape his friends during a flood, and I think it won the Academy Award a couple of years back. But it's hand generated and computer graphics together.
Philo, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here.
You're entirely welcome.
It's overdue, man. I just appreciate you.
Well, from now on, we'll do more. Yeah.
Okay. It's up to you.
Well,
we're always here. We'll live stream.
If you're up for it, just ask me, and I'll do it.
Fine, I will.
I'll leave it in your ball.
I'm just kidding. I love you. I love you to death. You know that. Marsh, I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
Philo.
That's Jeff's next T-shirt. It's just gonna say,
I love. Well,
And
Philo means love.
Dixie's
There's 4 loves in Greek. And Philo is brotherly love. It's
bromance. Mm-hmm.
Romance.
Now tell me, is that a Euro Disneyland hat?
Okay, no, this is the French Pavilion here in Florida. At
Epcot.
And then I've got my little Minnie Mouse shirt.
Oh,
I know.
Oh.
And I love Dixie on this podcast, by the way. She's so.
You know what I love at the parks is those little popcorn boxes they make.
They're so popular.
I have a Winnie Mouse, from
Days Gone By.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
She's got the red wig and everything.
Winifred, yeah.
Minnie Mouse, and her skirt lights up, and that was for popcorn. And then Mickey as a mummy. I got one of those one year. Yeah.
This is a popcorn. Apparently, it's a popcorn.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah, same. It has the cord on it.
Why, son?
Does he light up anywhere?
No, don't think so. Why? If I do, I don't know where.
Remember the Cinderella coat
comes from?
That was a really beautiful one. It was in the 1950s kind of steel blue.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah, I went like a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks, and in the parking lot, somebody had like this old Winnebago that was parked like up front, and in the window of their Winnebago was like all of these popcorn buckets. And I'm like, I should took a video of that. Like that's a good TikTok,
That could be
cool.
Really.
Yeah, somebody had some fun.
Yeah.
Take the fun with them.
Who does? I love popcorn. I'm like.
You're probably familiar with Adam the Woo.
Of course, yeah.
Really wanted to meet him. I missed my chance out in Kingsland, Georgia, where the Star Trek sets were for a while, and he was there filming. I had to miss that weekend, so I didn't get my chance. I watched him all the time, and I was really crushed when he passed away. Suddenly.
I know, that was horrible.
Yeah, and I just been watching the day before we got the news. His one of his last videos from Switzerland, where he was outside the Matterhorn.
Right. Yeah.
See how massive it really was. You can see that for miles. That's so big, that mountain.
That scale comparison to, like some people never would even know the Matterhorn, if we weren't Disney fans. Like
we weren't Disney oriented. Yeah. A new friend of mine, Frank Nozelek, was one of the mountain climbers at Disneyland. in the 70s, the early 70s. Awesome. Yeah. What a great job to have, climb the Matterhorn every day. You're professional mountain climbers. So yeah.
Philo, are you gonna come back? We're gonna hang out. Did I scare you off?
No, absolutely not. We've established that. Yeah. I'm ready to go again. Just let me know.
Well, and we can live stream it and talk and do
I wish I had a camera set up where I could do like drawings and have them, broadcast.
All you have to do is this. All you gotta do is this.
Oh, yeah, but I can't draw like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll send you. Okay, maybe we'll talk. Maybe we can. Maybe we can.
Well, they had a setup like that for me in Tennessee when I was there.
Well, and then I'm a
drawing class. Yeah.
I'm a drawer, but then maybe we can do a dual thing where it's like
here's
the professional and here's the schmuck, And then it's like, but I'm good enough where I can go, oh, I know what this is. But I'm like, Philo, why did you do the thing that you did? Like it's like that craftsman that's like not as nearly as good as the teacher.
That goes along with the formula I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
There's a formula for putting everyone together.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how fast it is to put Ariel's head together, for example.
And you could show me.
It's not good. It's not good. They're always talking about the shapes and like I do the shapes and whatever. But by the end, it's still just triangles and lines.
I'll show you.
And then I'm like, what?
What if Philo and me did that and he taught me how to draw?
I do it real easy.
And then I send my drawing out every time. Maybe it's once a month or something, and we do that. And I go, okay, and I draw what you teach me to draw, and then I send it out on a napkin.
I'm real gentle with people. So.
No, you can be mean.
No, not in me.
Yeah, but you can. But then maybe I'm like, oh, this is real. It'll be okay. But then then I'll do what you do. Maybe the hook is like, I'll send it out to somebody like the way that you do on a napkin. Like maybe I draw on just an average piece of paper, but you teach me how to draw. We start in like blue pencil, and then we do a sketch, and then I ink it maybe, and then I send it out to somebody.
Yeah, you can also do it in red now. Red is what they used for the computer early on.
Okay. So
if the way we were able to keep the blush on the cheeks rock solid was to actually draw a shape with like a center
with a red
dot in red, and then they could touch the stylus to that part of the screen, and it would blur it out right to the edge of where you would put the circle or the on Bella. Was it like an angle with curves?
So
to make her look like she had cheekbones.
Yeah.
So fascinating. Why did I go to art school, Philo?
It's not too late. It's not too late.
No, it is. I'm 41 years old.
Oh, that's a youngster compared with me.
And I love voice acting. That's the other thing I love. I'm like, oh, this thing's got me.
A lot of people do both. Yeah.
I'll do it all. Fine. Okay.
Remember the Musketeer? I think his name was Roy. Yeah, he did drawing for the studio, and he was he was the adult Musketeer, and did voices, did all kinds of things. So you can do it all when you're in that business.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we have to land on.
Yeah.
That's where listeners, if I was a listener listening to this podcast, I'd be like, that's it. That pregnant pause. As they say. So I'm gonna end us out.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. I don't know. How does Barry do this? Dixie? I don't know. I'll make it up as I go.
Does he do what? What do you want to do?
Everyone for
I don't know. Barry would say something like this. Well, he's like Barry. Oh, gosh, I can't make fun. I'm not making fun of Barry, but I love Barry. But I'm going to do part of his voice because I love him. I love his voice. He's like Marvin the Martian, Kermit the Frog, a little bit, but yet he's punchier. He's not those people. He's got a good voice. Barry, if you were listening, I love your voice. I've always loved your voice, but I'm gonna pretend I'm Barry.
Okay.
As a character of Barry, not who Barry is. Barry would say, okay, well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for this time listening, to be part of this conversation and to be part of us on these awesome stories. A very special thank you to my pal Philo for sharing just your work, but also your heart. No, I sound like Kermit the Frog. That's not how Barry sounds.
That's okay.
He's not. It's like,
I'll take Kermit too. Yeah.
Hi, Kermit the Frog here. No, No, I just do goofy. And to everybody listening. Little Pooh. No bother. No, if you enjoyed this episode, no, be sure to follow the podcast. Share with whoever loves Disney as much as I do.
You're hired.
Gosh. And continue building up this here little podcast. And keep sharing the magic. Okay, I don't know.
It was perfect.
No, I don't know. Well, wonderful. Thank you guys for hanging out. And
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll do it again.
Yes, we will, my friend. Philo, don't ever stop messaging me with all your cool stuff. You're my friend. I will. Yeah. I'm starstruck with you, my friend. I am all the time. I brag about you as my friend. I go, I can't believe I got a friend who messages me, and we have a lot of things in common. And
I just want to say, Jeff, I message you, but it takes you 900 years to respond.
It's because keep going, but after this week, because I'm a lot easier to reach out to.
You've got to keep coming up with those sermons for Sundays. So
yeah, it's Easter, and Easter stuff for me is that's just busy, So, but so
people don't realize what a lot of work that is.
It is, but also
it's worthwhile.
Reward, yeah.
I pride myself of being accessible on text, so sorry, Dixie.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. Yeah. So bad. No, I really am. I'm usually.
We're never really out of touch. We know.
I'm out of touch. I'm out of time.
I know you're still logged in at least every week because of this podcast. So eventually, he's gonna see it.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go. Let's
Good night.
Philo, wonderful to have you, Dixie. Y'all who are watching, just keep sharing the magic. Post this stuff. Philo, you're a Facebook person, but you're not really an Instagram person or whatever. Am I right?
Yeah, I think one is plenty for me. One media thing.
I know. So look up Philo. I don't know. Maybe just.
Yeah, they can find me at Philo Barnhart Art. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. Everyone listening, philoart.com.
Oh no, it's just Philo Barnhart Art on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just find Philo. He's a legend.
Anyone can go there. Yeah.
It comes right up. I can confirm.
Yeah.
Dixie, you rock. Philo, you rock. All right. We gotta go. But for everyone, hey, keep sharing the magic, as Barry would say. And look forward to having you on again, Philo. Goodbye.
Bye now.
Bye. I don't want to, but I will. Okay, bye.
Bye.